Civil servants, ministers need to work harder for country's future. Public transport providers told to regularly inspect facilities. Hello and good evening. I'm Mohamad Carlos and welcome to News on 2. Well, Malaysia is capable of achieving the developed nation status with the cooperation of all parties, including government agencies, in line with the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030. The Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, also reminded civil servants and cabinet ministers to put aside their personal feelings and work harder for the sake of the country's progress, regardless of their political affiliations. Dr. Mahathir also said that civil servants and cabinet ministers play an important role to ensure whether Malaysia can be developed or otherwise. He said that this year will mark the year steps are taken to bring success to the country so that it will be recognized as a developed country by 2030.
Tahun baru memang memberi satu permulaan bagi kita membuat resolusi supaya negara kita ini dapat mencapai kemajuan, supaya dianya tidak lagi dipandang rendah, dipandang hina oleh orang lain.
The Premier added that various plans and ideas have been implemented in line with the government's efforts to develop the country. He also said that the country will continue to participate in making modern technology so that Malaysia can become also a modern and developed nation. Well, meanwhile, Dr. Mahathir said the implementation of the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030 is one of the best initiatives introduced for the benefit of the country. Well, he said that the Shared Prosperity Vision is aimed to reduce the disparity that exists between rural and urban areas, states, regions, as well as different races. Elaborating further, Dr. Mahathir said in order for the vision to be a reality, it is important for the Rakyat to support the efforts taken by the government related to the vision. This, he said, will increase the country's productivity.
Memang ada yang tidak mampu, tidak boleh, tidak ada kemahiran, tidak ada pengetahuan. Tetapi semua ini boleh diatasi kalau kita sanggup belajar untuk membuat sesuatu. Bukan saja membuat kerja, tetapi cara-cara sikap-sikap kita terhadap tugas-tugas kita. Kita mesti ikhlas. Kita mesti pegang kepada segala amalan-amalan yang baik. Kita jangan tipu sama sekali. Jangan terlibat dengan rasuah. Kerana itu semua menyekatkan pembangunan kejayaan negara kita.
The regulatory framework for motorcycle e-hailing services will be established 6 months after the implementation of its first pilot project. And Transport Minister Anthony Loke Sifuk said the first pilot project, which is the local startup Digo Ride, would still have to provide insurance protection for its users, as well as adhere to the existing necessary safety measures. When asked if the regulatory framework would also cover delivery services, Loke said that the ministry intended to regulate the entire industry. Speaking to reporters after trying out a Digo Ride motorcycle service at the Central Market LRT station today, he said there were a lot of public complaints about delivery motorcycles that were not following safety and traffic regulations.
Itu sebabnya kita kata ini sebagai satu pilot project sebab rangka undang-undang belum ada lagi. Dan selepas kita lihat lepas 6 bulan ini, kita akan lihat sejauh mana perkhidmatan ini dapat dijalankan, dan selepas itu kita akan berangka kerangka undang-undang dan kita akan buat satu regulatory framework.
The start of the 6-month trial period for motorcycle ride-hailing services in Kuala Lumpur began on 3rd January. Only one company, Digo Ride, has started providing a full motorcycle ride-hailing service. It has around 700 riders available, with another 4,000 applicants pending. Well, meanwhile, Anthony Loke urged the top management of public transport providers to regularly inspect their services. Well, he said this after a spot check at the Central Market LRT station today, which saw one of the newly opened bi-directional travelators and ticketing machines not functioning. Loke said he would give a directive to all CEOs so that they would have to go down to the ground more regularly to check on the services. The minister also noted that only one of the 4 ticketing machines at the Kuala Lumpur KTM station was working.
Bukan satu imej yang baik, malah memalukan negara, terutamanya apabila kita sudah menyambut tahun baru, menyambut pelancong-pelancong sempena tahun melawat Malaysia. Bukan sahaja ini menyusahkan kepada rakyat kita sendiri, tetapi apabila pelancong datang lihat kepada perkhidmatan kita, ini sesuatu yang tak boleh kita terima.
Loke added that the government has spent billions on infrastructure, but if the services are subpar, then the onus is on the public transport providers to step up their game. Now, 2 separate high courts in Kuala Lumpur today set 16 January to hear the bail applications of Gadik Assemblyman G. Saminathan and DAP member V. Suresh Kumar, who are facing charges for supporting the Liberation Tigers of Tamalela or LTTE terrorist group. Now, Judge Dato Ahmad Shahrir Mohamad Saleh and Judge Colin Lawrence Sequeira said the date after counsel Ram Karpal Singh, representing the 2 accused, told the courts that his clients have filed their applications on 26 December last year. Now, Deputy Public Prosecutor Mohamad Ishanuddin alias and DPP Rohaiza Abdul Rahman told the court that they would be filing counter affidavits on the applications on 9th and 13th January respectively. Now, the Sessions Court had earlier allowed the 2 cases to be transferred to the High Court after the prosecution announced they have received approval from the Attorney General's chambers to transfer the cases. Now, Saminathan, 34, and Suresh Kumar, 43, were charged with giving support to LTTE terrorist group via Facebook under the name of Saminathan and Rocket Suresh DAP in the office of Bukit Aman's Special Branch Counter-Terrorism Division, or E8, at about 2 p.m. on 7 October. They were charged under Section 130J, subsection 1, subsection A of the Penal Code, which provides for a sentence of life imprisonment or a maximum of 30 years, or fine or forfeiture of any property used or intended to be used for the offence if found guilty. Well, Johor Police has crippled a Macau scam syndicate with the arrests of 7 Chinese nationals during a raid at a bungalow in Iskandar Putri last Friday. And Iskandar Putri Police Chief ACP Zulhairi Mukhtar said the raid was carried out by a team from the Johor and Iskandar Putri Commercial Crime Investigation Department. ACP Zulhairi said the raid was carried out as a result of intelligence gathered by police. He added that during the 3:50 p.m. raid, police also seized 8 laptop computers, 8 handphones and 4 routers.
Orang awam supaya tidak mudah terpedaya dengan mana-mana panggilan telefon, terutamanya yang menyamar daripada agensi kerajaan, dan kita nasihatkan juga orang awam supaya jika menerima sebarang panggilan telefon agar pergi sendiri ke agensi berkenaan untuk semak sama ada betul panggilan tersebut sahih ataupun tidak.
He said initial investigations show that the suspects, men aged between 20 and 30, did not have valid travel documents. He also said that the police believe the syndicate has been active for the past 1 month, adding that authorities are also investigating whether it is related to other syndicates that were busted before. All the suspects have been remanded until 17 January, and the case is being investigated under Section 420 of the Penal Code and Section 6, Subsection 1, Subsection C of the Immigration Act 1959. The Kuala Lumpur High Court today allowed former Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Razak's application for a stay of proceedings over a suit filed by Damansara MP Tony Chong Wei against him and the government for alleged misfeasance in public office in relation to One Malaysia Development Berhad, that's 1MDB. Now, the court had allowed for the stay after the plaintiff and the government had no objections to the stay of civil proceedings pending the disposal of the criminal case as they involve similar facts. Now, the court fixed 6 July 2020 for case management. Now, Pua's lawyer Tan Cheng Leong said the High Court had allowed Dato Sri Najib's application for a stay after the government's lawyer, and he had no objections to the application. Well, the lawyer also informed that there were previous ruling in the appeal court which stated that when there are civil and crime trials being pursued together, the civil suit can be delayed pending the disposal of his criminal trials. In January 2017, Pua filed a suit naming Dato Sri Najib and the government as defendants for wrongful use of public authority. Pua alleged that Dato Sri Najib had abused public office and benefited by receiving money from 1MDB. Well, coming up next, Works Ministry refutes claims that Borneo Highway project has been abandoned. Well, the Works Ministry has refuted claims made by former Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak that the Borneo Highway project in Sabah has been abandoned. In a statement released today, the ministry said that as of now, the project is 22% completed. Now, the ministry said that the highway was still under construction even though the government had cancelled the project delivery partner, that's PDP arrangement, on 21st September last year. Now, the statement also said that at the moment, the project is being handled by the Public Works Department, or JKR, which has helped the government save around 1.2 billion ringgit. Now, the ministry said the savings from the shift to JKR had allowed the government to approve 3 additional packages involving passengers from exits in Baluran and Telupit totaling 1 billion ringgit to be tendered in March on top of the 12 existing packages. The 3 additional packages are expected to be completed by the end of 2023. The statement added that the Borneo Highway is also expected to be fully completed in June 2023. The Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry strives to shorten the ministry's bureaucracy, including the agriculture and fisheries sectors. Now, its Minister, Dato Sri Salahuddin Ayub, said the efficiency of the license application system as well as the assistance from each department and agency could help to improve the production of raw materials while ensuring sufficient food supply. Dato Sri Salahuddin said the aim was also to ensure market price stability when helping consumers to obtain affordable food.
Bila kita dapat mempercepatkan atau memendekkan rantaian birokrasi itu, lebih cepat bantuan itu sampai kepada rakyat. Dan bila rakyat mendapat segala bantuan yang mereka perlukan, maka mereka akan dapat dengan cepat mengeluarkan mereka punya produktiviti. Bila produktiviti ini dapat kita keluarkan, itulah maknanya mencapai matlamat objektif MOA itu sendiri, iaitu kita membekalkan makanan yang secukupnya kepada rakyat dan negara.
Dato Sri Salahuddin Ayub said this at a press conference in Putrajaya. He added that the ministry also played a role in making agriculture as a new employment option, especially for the younger generation. SuperGenex Berhad made its debut on Bursa Malaysia's leading entrepreneur accelerator platform, also known as LEAP, market today at 23 sen, representing a 12.5% premium to its issue price of 20 sen. Now, at the opening bell, a total of 70,000 shares were traded, and this is the first listing for Bursa Malaysia in 2020. SuperGenex is involved in the provision of integrated turnkey solutions for the development of clean rooms and the provision of management services for clean rooms, and is currently focused within the Klang Valley area. Group Managing Director Tan Bee Chow said the group is currently in talks with clients domestically, including in Pulau Pinang and Johor, as well as Brunei and Indonesia, to expand their reach.
We need to train successors, so this is our opportunities to get more fresh people to train them up, especially in this niche market. And then we wish to educate a lot of, not only that, we want to educate the market that what is about stem cell, IVF.
He said this after the company's listing today. Meanwhile, Tinkat Advisory Sendirian Berhad, the approved advisor, placement agent, custodian and continuing advisor, said SuperGenex aims to be listed in the main market or ACE market in 2 years. The listing exercise raised 5 million ringgit in proceeds, with 2 million ringgit of the proceeds for working capital to take on contracts with greater contract sums in hiring of additional professionals to expand its team. Chong Wei remains confident with the capabilities of Dato' Misbun Sidek, who was reportedly reassigned to the national junior squad as singles coach. Now, Coach Hendrawan is expected to be given a bigger role with Misbun's anticipated move to the junior squad. Chong Wei said he remains optimistic in Misbun, known for his unique ability to spot potential talent in the sport. He's confident the 69-year-old will be able to churn out fresh and young quality players for the nation.
I think very lucky and siapa boleh bawa dia, and also we need Dato' Misbun. I think the youngster, I think this is more important, the discipline. Yeah, I think this is a good contoh untuk coach saya, and saya tak kisah dia di mana, tadi saya cakap every corner.
In another development, Chong Wei's former coach, Tay Siu Bok, has apparently been told to leave the Badminton Association of Malaysia, the BAM. The timing of BAM's drastic decisions would definitely raise eyebrows in the sports circle in view of the Tokyo Olympics and Thomas Cup finals this year. That concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, civil servants and ministers need to work harder for country's future. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Till then, I'm Mohamad Carlos, and from all of us here, good night.